All right. So we and get started.
Let's do this.
Yep, because we've taken way too much.
Yes, we have. But you know what? Let's just roll with it, have some fun. That's what this is all about.
And I think that our social media, where my social media is on your phone, and your social media is on my account. Y'all should know who we are. So
The roles are reversed
yeah,
today.
yeah, literally. I'll fix that. That's on my behalf. So
Nah, they'll be fine.
good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the South Florida Gamers Podcast. I am your host, the Silverback Senpai, and joining me is my co-host, Luigi.
Good morning, guys. Great to see you guys again for episode 14. Excuse us for the morning lateness, but
Yeah, completely my fault.
as they say, the show must go on.
Absolutely, the show must go on, and it will go on because we can't stop, won't stop. That being said, you can catch the audio playback of the podcast on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Anchor, and Spotify. The video playback of the podcast will be available on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, which is currently being streamed right now on all three platforms.
Yes.
And forgetting anything else?
Should we recap?
We're gonna recap.
Last episode.
With David.
Yeah.
It was fun having.
Definitely. It threw me off with the whole Smash perspective. I did not know like a Smash community until now.
Yeah, and still to this day, I'm still a novice when it comes to the whole Smash community and everything involved with it. But when I look, watch the tournaments here at Flynn's, and I see these guys just go at it, I see why Smash Bros has become a very competitive game, and I gotta give respect where it's due. Like these guys come
Yes.
out, they game, they put in time and practice into the characters that they use, and you just be surprised on what you'll see.
It is, especially doing strange juggles throws or like just a full combo string to knock somebody out within less than 30 seconds. That's props.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't do that.
And to think that I thought of this game as nothing more of a party game, but as David said, Smash Brothers can be anything that you want it to. Want it to be a party game? Hey, it'll be a party game. Want it to be a competitive game? It'll be a competitive game. It's the creativity is yours, and you can just go wild with it. So
Yeah.
definitely, with that perspective, I do respect Smash a lot more now than I did prior because I knew very little of it. I wouldn't watch none of the games and whatnot because it's Smash.
Yeah, I only played Brawl, and then that one time I dressed up as Waluigi to play Smash Wii U for the premiere of Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, and the only let me see. I mean, I have played a little bit of Smash Ultimate, but I would say I played a lot of the Smash Wii U, and you'd be usually against my friends and whatnot, and I would pick Bowser and just do the whole suicide grab.
Bowser's side is what I call it.
Yeah, and then just,
I've been doing that for Smash Ultimate when it first came out.
just grab them and then go towards the edge, and I'm killing this one.
I watched the world burn. Also, speaking of Minecraft, did you hear about Minecraft having their Steve exclusive coming out with 4 different skins? I know I said Minecraft twice, so I butchered that.
Right.
I'm sorry to say, but having Steve as a new character, that just threw everybody off.
Yeah, it really did, and seeing the meltdown on social media,
It is the best thing I've ever watched.
You love to see it, man. You just love to see it. And I'm just like, oh man, I guess they were waiting for someone that was gonna like completely shock them and surprise them, like somebody really good.
Dante, Zora, Crash. Oh my god! I realized Media Nut's gonna have a heart attack in this one.
Yeah,
I wonder what his reaction is.
I've seen his reaction on YouTube. Shout out to the Media Nut.
Oh, I missed it. I gotta watch it later.
Yeah, but yeah, I was hoping, okay, they're gonna reveal their next Smash character. And I'm like, what's it gonna be? Because there's a lot of characters that they can choose from and use. And the one character that I would love to see in Smash would be the character from Mischief Makers, the main character, Marina Light Years. I would love to see her make a comeback because there are some characters back from the N64 days where they didn't have a sequel to their game at all. And I'm just like, Nintendo has all these franchises under their belt, under their house. And by I would say by bringing back some of these characters from the N64 era, you could literally just revive a character that people thought would be dead. I was thinking Marina would be a good character because she would be more of a
Okay.
grabbing rather than having so many sword characters in Smash. But we'll talk Smash. A sword character. You got Cloud. You got the
Fire Emblem in a nutshell.
yeah, literally Link and his other versions of himself.
3 links.
Yeah. So I understand, Smash Bros. Was saying like we don't want more sword characters. With the exception of I would say Thor from Kingdom Hearts, that would be a good entry.
Then they talk about Dante from Devil May Cry. That's a whole different animal.
Yeah.
Because he can be executed in 4 to 5 different ways.
Yeah, you have Bayonetta and Dante. I mean, go ahead and the trifecta.
I saw the death battle on Rooster Teeth with that one. That was awesome.
Yeah, even though there were people that were making comments about how this is how Bayonetta should have won because of some of her feats and abilities compared to Dante. Like
Dante is a king. Dante is a king no matter what you say.
Yeah, and now especially after what Devil May Cry 5, and we see how ridiculously powerful Dante has become. So.
He literally grew into his powers. Like
yeah.
Even with the premiere of Devil May Cry 3, it just shows how strong he is with his feats.
Yeah.
I'm a huge DMC fan.
Same here.
Even though I didn't play 5, but I know about it. I know! Wait, I think it's on Game Pass, so I might download it.
Yes. Highly recommend.
You'll cut me some slack, but back on Minecraft, Steve, the amount of hate is the funniest thing I've watched. The fact that he can build blocks around himself, so he can literally just grab a ledge, block it from somebody from actually climbing, and it can just fall.
We're feeling Steve's gonna be broken from launch, and then after a couple of patches, it'll be okay, then decent, and then probably irrelevant.
It's like Mercy from Overwatch. No offense to those who play Overwatch. They nerfed her so many times. She used to be able to revive all her teammates, which is like 5 people. Then they cut that to like maybe 3. Then they cut that to 2 people at a time with her ultimate ability. But now she's able to fly with her ultimate ability.
They should just let Overwatch the way it was when I first came out. Again,
God.
Certain characters were.
It's how you play the game.
Yeah, it's literally. All right. So, what games have you been playing from past podcast stuff?
I got back into Apex Legends. I've kind of switched up my main characters. I used to try to be Bloodhound, and I realized that wasn't my character, and I just tried being Lifeline. So I learned I'm more of a healer. Dude, I won one of my games. I revived my friend 6 times in a match. One person, I revived 6 times.
Good.
No, 5 times. I take that back. Because we were in World's Edge.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I'm sorry, King's Canyon. We're in a small little cave. I pick him up, he gets shot down. Pick him up, he gets shot down. A lifeline goes after me. Shoot him down. Pick him up, comes down. And he's getting pissed because he could have used his Phoenix kit, but I'd rather put a shield on him so he won't get shot from the environment.
That's one of the things that I like about Lifeline, that she got a nice rework.
Yes.
Instead of she put a shield in, she put up the dot drone and then tries to revive you in the process while there's the shield up. Now dot drone, put the shield up, use it to revive yourself, and Lifeline can defend you. That I like.
Okay, did not know about that now, and I'm glad. Because I just knew about the revive, but I should have thrown my drone at the whole time.
Yeah, like you literally throw out your drone, and the drone will put up a shield.
Oh my god.
And then you can still engage with your enemies.
Then I also did something dirty. So in Apex, we lost this game, and I was salty about this. We got like maybe 5th, 6th place, which I wasn't that mad about. But the funny thing is, my friend's down. He's like, "Hey, do something." He wanted me to save him or get cover, but I knock out a Pathfinder. The lifeline revives him. I throw two grenades, knocking them both out. Drew to shield, and and my party's just like, "What did you just do?" I wish I could have recorded this clip. I'm salty that I couldn't because Xbox knows I have too much space or like too much crap for my space. But that was the best thing I ever did. I've got like this is the most amount of wins I've won any season. I'm on like 3, 4 wins right now.
With me, when it comes to Apex, what I try to do is try to get a win with every character every season. I did it in season 5, I did it in season 4, and I try to do it in season. That would be like my get a win with each character in each of these seasons. I'm gonna have to break it to you. I'm thinking about being like, nah. I think I'm gonna just stick with characters that I'm very, very familiar with. Like one of them, my main Mirage, especially after his rework, where you can send out clones and have the clone not clones but decoys and have them do like different things, either mimic him or just you know just go in a different direction. And then of course when he uses his ultimate, now you have all of his decoys out. And let's just say it fits in a close, like a really, close quarters environment, it could really, really screw with another player. Because there's been times where I'm just like, don't player uses all the clone. Not, I keep saying clone, like
Shadow clone jutsu.
literally, like he's Naruto or whatnot.
Cage Bushin no jutsu. I would pay. I'll pay money for a Naruto skin that he can do that or say that.
Shooting at all these decoys, I'm like, it's not him, nothing. He gets me from behind, and I'm like,
Yeah, the weirdest thing is I was down and my friend who's a Mirage resurrected me. He used ultimate, but it turned into a Mandala effect where it surrounded me completely as he's reviving. It got me so confused. But yeah, I got better at the game. I don't know if it's just because I changed my sensitivity or that I finally got more fluid in shooters. Because
for me, I would say I've been. I need another controller.
oh dear God, I know what that means.
I need another controller that's going to be a little. I wouldn't say like almost brand because so many controllers like I have four. One of them is a pro controller. I barely use it because though I can use the back triggers, which do help me in certain games, it's just a very big controller compared to the PS4.
Oh,
It's small and whatnot, and it's easy for me to use.
I've always used the Xbox controllers. I've had pre-owned controllers actually. I never really bought a new one. Now that I think about it.
Mm.
No particular reason. I just found the colors intriguing at a GameStop, and I just decided to buy it.
But speaking of Apex, they had their new update.
Oh yeah,
The limited time mode, crossplay, new skins and whatnot.
it's the beta, and
Yeah,
everything with a beta can possibly go wrong.
yeah, and lo and behold, day one, everything just not work.
Yeah,
Like you can't get into a game. It's taking forever. The game's kicking you out. And me being I'm adding to the whole microtransaction thing. I get the skin. I have enough.
my strange addiction.
Yeah, whatnot because when I saw that Revenant Legendary skin, I was like,
Oh, it looks dope.
I need it.
Oh, you used a SpongeBob reference. This is the first time somebody uses one.
Like, what?
Yeah, my buddy bought the caustic clown one. I
Yeah.
call it clown stick.
And I'm just like, what? One. All I have to do is get a lifeline on Legendary one where she's wearing all black. And then I get on Caustic. Eric.
I'm tempted to go through microtransactions, but my willpower just stops me.
Because I got the Mirage one with the one with your statue. And then, of course, I'm like, Ooh, Costa's gonna have a heirloom with you. Let's see what it is. It's gonna be a hammer. Yeah, tempted. Bite the bullet.
For a second, I thought he had a coffee mug, but I might be wrong.
That would have been good.
I saw something on TikTok, but I might have got it mixed up.
That would have been good. That would
Just go like,
and then
he's running.
several community pages I'm a part of. You know, a lot of Apex players were mad that there's nothing. There's still nothing for Bangalore. No heirloom. No event. Tailored around her or whatnot. I'm just like, y'all go away. Y'all go.
I thought it was rumored that she was gonna have like a club or something. I don't know.
I heard like lots of different things, like a bayonet knife or something. I don't know what.
But like her punching animation, you're still just gonna get like, and you're just gonna have a knife sticking out.
Yeah, because it was weird that Octane ended up getting an heirloom before the season 0 character, and Octane the season 1 character.
Yeah, the butterfly knife, right?
Yeah, which I didn't get. But that's the thing with the heirloom. Is like you have to get heirloom shards, but in order to get heirloom shards, you have to be level 500. I'm 200.
I'm level 60.
Yeah.
I'd lose my mind.
Yeah. There are some people that play Apex like for hours and days on end. Me, as much as I play it, but there are days where I have to walk back. Especially like once I complete a season, I'm done. Moving on to another game. Completely moving on to another game. But the limited time mode event that happened recently, Tuesday, it was just crazy. And yo, did you how the set the
Oh, the
Sentinel.
The Sentinel glitch, I know about it.
Yeah, where you can literally have it firing automatic.
I didn't get hit by it, but I watched videos on TikTok and YouTube about it. And even when somebody was down, they were still able to shoot. Yeah, there's a video where someone was at the firing range.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Wraith. She knocks herself down with thermites, and somehow she shot reload and then just started shooting automatically at a target. I was confused. I'm just like, why am I not this gifted to know this?
Yeah, they took it out in the game. I was like, damn it, wish I could have, used this exploit.
Because they shot reload at the same time, and that got me.
Yeah. Shoot reload.
I'm like, wow, this is some like musket nonsense. Oh my god.
That's how chaotic.
This is some like revolutionary reload musket nonsense, and I love it. Definitely glad they got rid of it because God forbid with every
They didn't get rid of it. They just took it out the game temporarily, fixed it, and then they'll re-add it back in the game.
What I do like about Apex that I noticed more, they have golden weapons. I never noticed because my first time using a golden devotion, I was so happy.
Oh yeah.
Because I found it in the Octane games is what I call it. I don't know if it's actually called that. The area in Kings Canyon where Octane has this little ramp that you can just jump over with the fire.
Yeah.
And then my friend found a golden flatline. And then there was a golden mastiff.
I hate the mastiff.
I love the mastiff.
I hate it. Just give me a peacekeeper and I'm good. I'm good to go. But yeah, the devotion, especially for the golden one, whoa man.
It goes through people.
Yes.
I remember clutching one of my first games with it because I saved both my friends and I took out like one squad.
Yeah, because in season 5, when it was the care package weapon, it was forced in season 4. Like, if I saw the potion, I'm dropping whatever I had just to get it because I know close rank, I'm destroying the person. Especially if they had a gold melts. I am literally terrible.
It melts and I love it. In other games, I've been getting more fluid in Dead by Daylight. I'm just trying to prep up to do a Halloween stream with either you and some other people. Because I know it's going to be chaos.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I still have to keep reminding myself to get Dead by Daylight adventure. Getting adventure. It's that way I've been enjoying these chaotic moments in these games.
I think I mentioned it briefly with Boosted David, but they have a good lore. Because the way they have a whole section called the Archives. And it's like history, moments of in the game, certain characters.
Right.
And you have to do stupid missions if in the game, like as a killer, hook somebody a few times, or destroy a generator, or as a survivor, heal somebody, fix some generators, do some other stuff with some perks activated. And some things give you a story of certain characters. Like they have it in books or tomes, and the first one is basically about one of the main characters named Claudette.
Right.
And basically it sums up she was more of a mute, special needs, and she learned botany.
Mm-hmm.
And it talks about like her trauma as an 8-year-old. I'm like, wow, this is deep for a game.
Mm.
Then they have the original killer, the trapper, or known as Evan Macmillan.
Mm-hmm.
They have his content, his story, and why he became his self, or known as the trapper. And just to shorten it up, because I'm only like maybe 7 pages out of the 10. His father was abusive towards his own employees. Like this was in the Great Depression with the mining. Talk about the mining and like how he did not care about his employees and wanted them to work to death.
Mm.
Then he took influence in that and decides to blow up a cave. And I didn't kill his father as the same process. I'm trying to remember how it went. But really psychologically interesting because like to blow up a cave. A game like that is you wouldn't expect much story, just run and survive, but for missions they give you more things to do or to read about. Especially like your playthrough of Doom Eternal, because I know you finished the first mission.
Yeah.
They have codexes.
Right.
I might not be a fan of the game with the whole like what they did with the whole spyware and cheating in a game because it's usually just a solo game.
Mm.
But the story with the codexes and the lore, it really brings out more stories about the Doom guy or the Doom Marine or whatever you want to call him. There's like lore into that. I collected everything. Maybe the game took me maybe 3 months because I was in and out of it.
Okay.
But rereading some of the lore and some of the origins of the creatures you have to fight against, the demons of hell or the angels, or especially the bosses, it's intense.
Hmm.
Then they also give you a brief summary of the weapons. Like when you pick up a weapon, it just tells you what its all dynamic functions or
Yeah, I thought it was the first there was the shotgun, and then of course this kind of like a machine gun.
the assault rifle.
Yeah,
The assault rifle, then you have the mod that can turn into a sniper.
yeah, that one.
If Man of Doom is watching this, I am paying attention to the game still. But yeah, I used to love to snipe. Sniping is beneficial in the game. Or have you gone against the? No, you haven't. The cacodemons.
No,
The one-eyed ones with the big teeth. I like how it just have this emotion
is it the one
that
like
floats.
floats in the air?
Yes,
Yeah,
I hate them so much.
yeah. I found that in the game it tells you there's an easier way to
Yeah,
completely kill them and whatnot. So I've been using that.
good, good.
I just switch to the shotgun, put the sticky
That's
shoot it
you're
right in
already
the
on the right
mouth,
step.
and then go for the glory kill. Like,
Good.
let me just go ahead and get rid of
I
you.
love the glory kill, and I wish there was so much more. Because sometimes they get repetitive because they only have front, top, side, and then back for like each of the characters.
And you would kind of want to like maybe diversify where
Yeah.
at least if I'm killing them from the front, then at least give me something different
Yeah.
or randomize.
That's true because when you see the regular like ghouls and demons, because you can just jump on them, step on their heads. Like that same cycle gets boring, but it's fun when you know what you're doing and flowing, especially with the berserker power up.
And I got yeah, can't wait to see it for myself.
Bare hands, basically. It's like Doom 2016.
Yeah, so I'm currently going through a playthrough of that, and just the story, get into some action, and overall beating it, moving on to the and for me, recently, I finally finished Neo 2 playthrough. I will be doing a review on that pretty soon. And
Nice.
yeah,
I gotta do playthroughs, man.
with Neo 2, I'm very, very like I like the story. Like the story, which was the main reason why I wanted to play the game was because the story. I wanted to see where I was going to go because now this time you can create a character because in the first one you didn't create a character, and now you create a character, and now you're going on this journey. And the difference in Neo 2 versus 1 is that now you can transform into the yokai or the demons and or however they want to call it. So you can transform into them and use their power against them. And you have three different forms. You have brute, feral, and phantom. I showed you. Actually, I showed you on
Yeah,
Discord.
I was a part of your stream briefly.
Yeah,
And I'm just like shocked of all this like gameplay that you can do in such a good hack and slash game.
yeah. And compared to Neo One, it is a little bit difficult, but there are some weapons. Like there's like a lot more weapons in Neo Two than there was in Neo One before the DLC. I don't because I know when Neo One had their DLC and they started introducing weapons and other new features. Neo Two, a lot of weapons.
Hmm.
Favorite ones were the Tonfa, which were the ones that you could fight up close, and
Oh yeah,
you
you
could
have your sticks.
really, yeah, and you could really just put in a lot of damage. Like if you're trying to run a good build, like a paralysis build or a poison build, really good against enemies. So that way you can get in, do some combos, back away, and then just let the poison or paralysis, take an effect, and then we'll just go on for more damage.
Okay.
Really like Neo 2, and I thought Neo 2 was a prequel. And it is a prequel, but it's also and it's also somewhat of a sequel because it does continue. There is a part where it continues with part one, and I was like, oh, but I mean the game is game came out part, so I will spoil it. In Neo 1, the main character, you do meet him in Neo 2. So I was like, oh, because it turns out that the main character ends up getting possessed by the main villain, and he ends up going to sleep for a couple of years, and then here comes William, Neo One, the main character. He fights you, and then as you're halfway to the battle, Maru, which is the villain, he ends up leaving your body, to go possess another body, and that's what he's doing, just causing chaos and havoc by possessing people, you know, further, I would say, getting into their desires, becoming
Okay.
very corrupt. And then when they're about halfway dead or almost dead or about to die, he leaves their body, goes to,
Oh.
and then it's like, okay, we have to stop this guy. Eventually, you do get the fight with Takemaru at the very end. He was a pain to beat as a final boss, but it was a good boss battle nonetheless, and we ended up beating him. Your friend in that you meet in Neo One, he ends up becoming corrupted because he ends up
Oh.
getting he ends up becoming corrupted to the point where you had to kill him. I think
What?
yeah,
That sounds brutal.
yeah, because you cut him down and then Utakimaru possesses his body, he comes back and now he's like all evil and whatnot, and he changes his name. His original name is Tokichiro, and then when he becomes possessed and pretty much being evil, it's Hideyoshi. Towards the end, he reclaims himself, as his original self, and he ends up passing away to the afterlife where you can go and meet him at. And yeah, that was the end of his story. And I was like, man, this guy came a long way. He was a buddy and whatnot. Somewhat of I would say a little bit of a coward or whatnot, but still a good guy.
Okay.
And then you see him becoming really, really upset with power. He gets corrupted by it. You cut him down twice, and yeah, so EO2 definitely recommend it. Even though I've not done my review, I recommend it. I do recommend
Yeah,
it.
I can't wait to see that review.
And
That's
of course, y'all know I'm gonna be using the green screen again, like always. You, but yeah, finish Neo 2, and then of course we already talked about that Apex limited time mode event, which was a complete disaster.
It's a garbage fire, honestly. It
Yeah,
takes a while to load.
but after that day, it did get a little bit better. You can get into some
Oh,
matches.
excuse me.
Like when I was like opening the loot crates or whatnot, like I have to post a video at some point where it was lagging so bad just to open. Like the sound happened right before the package. That's how bad.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, it was really bad. So that I played Grand Blue Fantasy Versus.
I need to get into those kind of fighting. I need to get into those kind of fighting games.
Yeah, just to get myself familiar with it because I do want to play it again. And after my Road to 100 fans, I was like, you know what, I want to get back into this game because this was a really fun game. I really enjoyed it. It's it's a very basic fighting game, but there are ways where you can be really advanced at it. You don't have to do air combos. So for those who don't want to get destroyed with air combos, but like
The equivalent of Mortal Kombat.
yeah, I would say it's easier.
Oh, thank God. I'd lose my mind.
But there are some characters there's this one character that just does that's good at doing a lot of chip damage and just keeping you at a good
Oh, I call those people Chips Ahoy.
distance. I mean, for those who do play Grand Blue Fantasy versus, you know what character I'm talking about, that is Fairy. She has a whip, and then she has like these soul creatures who are pretty much her pet. And she'll send out the soul creatures after you while keeping you from a distance with her whip. Sometimes she'll use her whip to bring you closer to do more damage, or to at least control the battlefield. Very annoying character. Like if you know how to use Fairy, really annoying. Really annoying to fight against. If you know how to use her, you're gonna make a lot of people rage quit.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
So speaking of fighting games, how'd you feel about the Combat Pack 2?
Combat Pack 2 for Mortal Kombat 11.
Yep.
Well, Melina's coming back.
Yeah.
So we don't have to hear your constant crying on the internet. Like Ed Boon can finally go to bed and be like, I don't have to keep hearing about where's Melina?
Oh, this game would be perfect, but it needs Melina.
Yeah,
But now we have the people that want Smoke and the ninjas back.
yeah, it's like
It is not going to end until there's
it's not gonna
a
end.
big old roster. Then you're going to have one guy's like, oh, hey, where's Onaga?
Yeah.
From Deadly Alliance.
Where's this character from this game, even though it's been where's Taven, where's Onaga, where's
Then at the .01 we'll ask for Tanya, because we did not like Tanya for Mortal Kombat X.
yeah.
I hated her so much because she was a variation of Jade. It wasn't a real thing.
Yeah. It's like a knockoff version. Like we see where you guys are trying to be a little bit different.
The great value of Jade. We have Jade at home. It's just Tanya dyeing herself green.
But yeah, you have Melina coming back, Rain is coming back.
You know, I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was actually going to be ignored.
Yeah.
Because he's the only character in MK history to be a second DLC. Like a 2-time DLC.
Really? Because I know you was a DLC in Mortal Kombat 9.
Yes.
And
He's the only one in MK history to be a character brought back again. But I kind of want to. I'd actually like him to be there because he didn't show up for 11 at all.
Yeah, you don't see him anywhere in 11, but he was in MKF, and it's just like,
And you couldn't play as him. Because he had a little bit of story because he was serving Melina.
yeah,
But now you see him in a cutscene fighting. And then Bear Trap.
yeah, literally.
Who are you? I'm your worst nightmare. And then Rambo just pulls up. You know, I mean, it's interesting how many military-like characters there are, or gunslinging.
Yeah, Aaron Black, Cassie Cage,
Spawn.
Terminator, RoboCop.
The list Yeah, I think that's the list so far. But you remember when Jackie Briggs in Mortal Kombat X was full auto?
Oh yeah,
I punished those people. I punished them as trimmer.
I come from Hermac like, oh yeah, keep doing your little.
I
Get
was,
to my soul ball, teleport, do my combos.
and those are the people that deserve.
Rinse and
Oh no, I did Triborg actually.
repeat.
I did Cyber Smoke. But Rambo might be interesting because I know from seeing a couple of the movies it's just going to be machine guns and bow and arrows. But I'm wondering if it's going to be a hybrid of Nightwolf and Spawn,
Could be.
or like a hybrid of Kano and Spawn.
Could be. I'm seeing it now. It's like another gun thing there. Yay! But
The amount of military in Mortal Kombat or special forces seem to impress me.
yeah, because you have a lot of guys that were from very popular '90s movies, Terminator, RoboCop, how Rambo. So yeah, and of course Spawn. So yeah, all these guys were really
They're
big
really
things.
going for the retro theme.
Yeah, which stuff great with. But I felt like a lot of people, how many people,
My,
felt like Spawn should have been in there, should have been in there.
with his combo setups, I agree. I can actually agree to that. But now people are going to be complaining about smoking ninjas.
Yeah, like we want the cyber ninjas.
Because they were a part of the story.
Yeah, exactly. They were.
They were actually a part of.
Especially with Sector and Sarah and the way how they look in MK11, I was like, why they're not this here? Why can I not play with them? Like, it's one thing that if you're not gonna bring back a character, fine. Don't put him in the story.
Like they did with
So,
like they did with Rain.
yeah,
Like they did with Rain. I do like how he's coming back. Like I feel like he has a lot of things to say to people.
oh yeah,
But I can't wait for Melina and Devorah's interactions.
oh yeah, that's gonna be
I'm
really
not
good.
spoiling it for those who actually don't play the game Mortal Kombat, but you just need to watch the YouTube video.
Yeah.
It's bugged out.
And then they're calling it Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. I'm just like, this doesn't.
They've been enhancing that game for as far as we know for the past year. Because they've had Mortal Kombat 11, then they have the Aftermath.
Mm-hmm.
So what's ultimate is just going to be more stuff and then a Sub-Zero or Scorpion mask, depending what system you get.
Yeah. And 3 characters instead of back then you have season 1, you have. Was there season 1 of there?
No. Well, not really.
For Combat Pack.
The Combat Pact had 4 characters. They had Sindel, Spawn, RoboCop, Joker. Oh, and Nightwolf. I forgot.
Night Wolf.
And Shang Tsung. Oh my god, I forgot about those. I've been getting used to them. And then they focus on Aftermath when they release more Spawn and Sindel and everyone so they can follow with the story.
Which Aftermath was okay. I would say it was okay then.
It played well.
Yeah. Than the vanilla Mortal Kombat 11, where the story was just like, what the hell?
No one knows which direction you're going into.
Yeah, and then with Aftermath and making Shang Tsung the main villain, cool.
The main character, most more likely.
Yeah. And what was touching? Terrible, terrible villain, completely terribly written.
It's utopian mindset that makes these things.
And I'm just like, hope you can stop time, manipulate time. There were so many instances where she could have literally had the advantage.
And she such a sentence, Geras.
Yeah.
The man who doesn't die, but he can't really throw hands with that many people.
Exactly. It made no sense. It's like y'all main villains or main bosses of Mortal Kombat have just gotten. It's like after 9 with Shao Kahn, it just started going down.
Especially Shinnok. I wasn't a fan of him as a villain. They showed more Raiden as an anti-hero.
I wish Raiden was like the main villain of MK11, like him and Liu Kang fight.
But then they showed a repeated cycle of what happens, and that's how it is.
And I was just like,
history will repeat itself.
why not go with this? Like, I would love this fight an evil Raiden as I'm Liu Kang, or at least give the player the option of, am I going to take Raiden's some side or Liu Kang's side? Like,
I,
which one is in the right, Liu Kang or Raiden?
what I do like in the ending with Aftermath, you have the choices of your endings.
Yeah.
You can play it again anyways without really going back through all the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you have two different endings with either Shang Tsung or Liu Kang.
Yeah.
I obviously chose Liu Kang first because that's how my alignment is.
Same here.
Anyways, yeah, with MK,
And also with
it's just gonna be fun.
I don't know how long that's going to be because it seems like Mortal Kombat 11 is going to, roll right into the PS5. But if you're going to call this Ultimate, what's more characters, please?
Yes, I hope they do
For ninjas,
anything.
like
Throw us a bone.
at least they had them right in MK11, where with the variations it's one character, but you could choose Spectre, Cyrax, Smoke, and even
Cyber Sub Zero with a specific code.
at least you had those.
But yeah,
Just
it could be only better.
yeah, it can only be.
But if they make it worse, then I wouldn't be surprised because they need to focus on their hitboxes.
Oh, bro, I've seen some really ridiculous videos on Twitter with Mortal Kombat and how the hitboxes are just like,
Bro, did you see the one with freaking someone plays as new Cybot for practice? They throw the sickle at Liu Kang and it's about to hit him, but Liu Kang can Dragon Parry and it goes straight to him. You heard me. I gotta show you this video. Like the man is all the way X amount of feet, throws a sickle from Liu Kang, he parries, and it gets teleported to him, punches him just straight up. That would throw me off in everybody.
and then of course the next up needs to be great.
Oh yeah. Then there's a Sindel having the biggest combo within a game, which is a tournament variation. So you can't really be mad about it. Since it's a tournament variation, you really just can't spam.
Yeah.
I haven't played much Combat League. I just wanted to go to a con skin. That's it.
I don't blame you, but
Because it's just really hideous. It's like really hideous. I asked what he would look like or a good pun, and my boy's like, "Yo, this looks like Golden Dust from WWE." And I had to look him up. I'm like, "You're right." What else can we add to our topics?
we're completely winging it today.
I know. Should we talk about that Twitter thing or the anime review?
Yeah, let's talk about on Twitter.
Oh, guys, this is gonna be fun.
There's a
Should we say this tweeter guy's name?
to give reference to actually, there's this guy on Twitter going by the name of Aubrey Huff, and he puts out a tweet on the 3rd of October saying, "Grown ass men that play video games, ask yourself, what's the last time you've been?" And I'm just like, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, let me look at this objectively because you can look at this objectively in many different. But I think with his point of view, and this is just me assuming that you're implying that guys who are adults like my age and of course your age, that we don't get women, we don't get laid, whatnot. When our guys that are my age and 30s and way above that are married and they get it on the regular.
And there's people my age who actually just want to be happy.
Hey. Now, I understand that there are people out there with that kind of mentality where they look down on gamers because they see gaming as a waste of time. And I think I said this on a couple of episodes ago on the Joe Rogan podcast where
Oh yeah,
it says that
it can
video games are addictive to
addicted.
their age. So that's where I'm getting that kind of mentality from this guy that okay, he sees that as a waste of time because as a guy who's an adult, you're spending so much time playing video games. you're not going to get laid and whatnot.
And you know,
It's like I can agree, and I can also just
yeah,
because
it's always like a back and forth with that controversy, but some people it works for anything. People that are committed to what they love and what they enjoy, sometimes they might not get that intimacy that other people expect from them, but people can get their own enjoyment or happiness from what they want to do.
exactly.
Because in the end, it's just yourself. If you want other people's involved, and that's what your game is, and that's fine.
It is more of a case of okay, if you think games don't get laid, all right, that's your opinion, that's you. I disagree wholeheartedly
Agreed too.
because I was in my 20s, I was getting laid. I'm in my 50s, I'm still getting laid. I work a full time job. I have my fiance that I've been with for 6 years, going on 7. The owner of this arcade, even though he doesn't play games a lot, he did, in younger years. What he's a married man.
That's true. I love that guy.
From my military bros who are fathers and married, they get it on the regular. So
Shoot, I even know women like like
and,
grown ass women too.
like like we understand which demographic you're talking about, but it's more of
Going straight for the neck beers that say "milady" still with the freaking fedoras. Wow, no offense, but it's poorly accurate.
it's more of a generalization. At the very end of the day, and you can look at it very objectively. And it's one of those, he's gonna have people that's gonna agree with him. And if you see the tweet, you'll see people that agree with him, and then you're gonna have people that disagree with him. And if he really thinks that, then why is it that two of the biggest streamers, Ninja, Dr. Disrespect, both of those guys were married,
Yeah,
and during their 30s, Dr. Disrespect is in his late 30s.
yeah.
Okay,
And
and married.
Ninja's in his what late 20s, early to mid 20s. He's like my age.
Yeah. So
But like people just have their own like people just want their own rewards and own love and own passion. Like it's all about happiness in the end. And if gaming is gonna make you happy, that's okay. But if you want just to get laid, or he's using it as an object to get laid, or an instrument, I might say, then that's just a whole different route.
if a gamer wants to try to find ways to get laid or whatnot, he's gonna make it effort and an attempt to be like, okay, let me play a game a little bit less and just start going on random dates or whatnot. Hit up the Tinder, the Bumble, and whatnot, whatever social media I use.
Honestly, I've been doing that recently. Like, I'm not ashamed to admit I've done online dating for a good portion of my life since I was antisocial. And I will admit I'm a gamer, and it might turn off people or it might just get more people intrigued. And in reality, I'm happy with my gaming, and if no one really likes it, that's fine.
Yeah. Like, I'll take what I can get, and I don't mind. And it doesn't break me, and it doesn't make me lose any sleep if I miss out on a relationship. It doesn't. Like, if I was a single guy or whatnot, I would still be doing the same thing. I would still be playing games. And I'd still be banging chicks.
True.
That's just how I roll.
True. I mean, usually I just go for food first before any more kind of fun, but I only deal with two types of ghosts. The one that you suck as well as Luigi, and then the ones I deal with right now. Not gonna lie. Oh, then this Aubrey Hawkeye is like, never talk shit about nerds and their love for Mario Kart, and he spelled it with a C-A-R-T. So this man is not cultured.
Yeah, he is definitely not cultured.
You can't say it's autocorrect because you can look up Mario Kart and it's just going to be spelled with a K. Yeah. Same thing with go karting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it depends on the place you're in, but I'm like, this man is not cultured enough.
Yeah. And that's the thing with gaming culture. Like, it has evolved, it has changed throughout the years. Like, back then, gaming used to be
these arcade machines,
these arcade cabinets, or whatnot. Where if you wanted to play games or the latest game, you would have to go to a place that had games.
Especially Mortal Kombat and your Tekkens.
Get to play it at home and in the comfort of our own home rather than going out and socialize. So hey, if you're a gamer and you want to meet new people,
Come here.
Come here.
Ven aquí.
Game.
Come on. Yeah, I definitely love this
You'll
place.
never know who you'll run into. You'll never know who you'll meet. Who knows? Maybe you'll find your significant other here. Who knows? It's a shameless plug.
If they do weddings here, I would be astonished. Like
Oh yeah.
I would want my wedding to be here with someone playing Galaga in the corner. Will you shut that up, please? I'm gonna get to serve. I'll let Will even do. Gonna have my kid baptized to freaking Mortal Kombat right now. Oh my god.
It's people who don't know nothing of gaming culture, don't know how far it has come from back then to what it is now.
You can even say the same with cosplay.
Yeah.
Literally, nobody wanted to cosplay. It's like, why are you into anime? Why are you a nerd?
Yeah.
I was shamed most of my portion of my middle school and high school for watching anime.
Oh yeah, same here. I'm in the same boat too.
And now, like, everyone's like, yo, you watch Naruto? Get out of here. Start dabbing me up.
Yeah. Yeah. It's awesome and it's amazing to see how far things have progressed from back then to versus
Yeah, I read manga in school and I got interested.
Anime and manga and of course video games as well. Video games is a part of my life, and it's like it's not something that I'm going to let it go. It's not going to be something I'm going to just easily let it go because I have too much history.
Oh yeah, me too.
History into it.
It's how I coped with most of my depression, most of my feelings.
Same thing here. Like gaming has, I would say, it has in a way shaped me into who I am today. Not entirely, but at least a good portion of it. And one of the aspects of gaming was just meeting people, because you never know who you're going to meet, who you're going to run into, and the type of relationship that you're going to have with with certain people. Like me and my boys, like we went through gaming that day, and we became cool, and then we started talking about things outside of gaming, like real stuff. Like there's levels to this gaming stuff, to the gaming culture, and you don't know how far it can actually. And just people just have a very. It would be wrong of me to say they have a small mind.
It's more closed rather than open.
Mind that you don't know the culture of something and you're just looking at it from the outside when you're not inside of it. If you're like inside of it and you've been inside it for many, many years, like I have like literally over 2 decades. No, two.
I'm 24.
Say two over I would say 2 decades worth of just gaming history and knowledge. Is like there's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
A lot to take in. And as I said before, like I met most of my friends through gaming and whatnot, and we have a history of all the games that we've played, collected, trade games that we've traded.
That's
The
awesome.
list goes on.
Like, there's people online I trusted with my like Xbox account, and they share my Game Pass once every while. And like that's love right there. That's like
Real love because I'm
like I'm that crazy. Mom, don't kill me if you hear this. But yeah, then a while ago, I like to thank my Utah friends, especially TS Cosplay. Happy birthday to him, by the way. But then he and a few of our friends helped me cope with my depression when it came to leaving my ex of 3 years. Like we just played Mortal Kombat. We just shared the chat as we talked. We say it. We just like talked normally, and like usually I'm afraid of talking about this with other people, but I've definitely gained with them to be more open in conversation. And also say some wacky shit I wouldn't even expect saying right now.
And even for me, like when I was in Afghanistan in 2013, oh, and for those who don't know, I'm a military veteran, served in the Army for 6 years, but that's just not something I'm bragging about. But when I was in Afghanistan, like during my downtime, I played like a lot of games. I just played video games because it was just something just to pass up time and just keep take my mind off of things that were like completely shut because think you're in a war zone. Hey, video game.
No Call of Duty.
I mean, I was still playing Call of Duty. Like, don't care.
Oh, I meant the Warzone game.
I'm still gonna be playing my shooters and whatnot. Like yeah, like that was just my escape. And even though it's too weird, but sometimes you need that temporary escape just to recollect your thoughts. All right, going back in and let's see if things go. What's going to be ready? Sometimes, sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. It was another.
That's true, and you know what was entertaining?
Mm,
A couple months ago, or last year when we first met,
mm,
I met a guy who did the same cosplay as I did from Gears of War. We've
okay.
been talking, and we especially talked on Xbox. They decided to invite me for a little adventure when I was in Vero Beach. Went to see that gaming addicts place where I got that Game Boy and stuff. But we literally communicated through Xbox. Like we would just talk almost every week on Xbox to catch up and stuff. And that's one of my friends, Ashton builds on Instagram, but he goes by Cameron. Yeah, I literally went to Tampa just to celebrate his girlfriend's birthday and just to catch up with him.
Hey,
If that ain't friendship, and I don't know what is.
yeah.
Especially when we play Gears of War and Dead by Daylight together, and we just talk shit. We like I will talk shit with anybody and roll with it.
Right. See, that's the thing people just don't know, man. There are benefits to gaming, and who knows? That's it. You never know what you'll find in gaming or whatnot. So for people, so for Aubrey to make a comment like that, like gamers don't get played and whatnot, that's it. You're right. Like you're right on that, but you're also
Yeah, there's a right and a wrong with that
yeah,
statement. There's
because
always going to be those kind of questions.
if you're just a guy that's outside of the culture, just looking at it, you're not inside of it. Like someone like me, I can bounce from inside the game community to another community, to another community, to
Yeah,
another community because I can do the same thing like he did, but sometimes I don't want to. And if I'm not gonna make a wild assumption if I don't know in what it is completely in depth.
yeah,
But hey, I'm gonna let him live. He
yeah.
has his right to his own opinion, whatnot. I disagree.
I kind of still want to neck this man just because he did not spell Mario Kart right. Like the man is the man is uncultured. It's like unseasoned chicken. That is the equivalent of what I'm reading. If I'm not wrong, then
Hey.
oh my god, what else should we talk about?
That the PS4, not PS4, the PS5 will play 99% of all PS4
I
games,
did hear this.
with the exception of the only games that are not going to play on the PS5 is DWVR, Afro Samurai 2, Revenge of Kuma Volume 1.
Wait, there was an Afro Samurai game?
Yeah.
I played the first one on Xbox.
PT Isle of Man, Ride on the Edge 2.
Okay, these sounds like games that nobody will care about.
Just deal with it. Shadow Complex Remastered, Robinson the Journey, Hitman Go, the Definitive Edition, Shadowing, and Ghost Dive. Like those are the games that are now going to be played on the PS5.
Oh no.
It's like I don't know none of these games other than Hitman.
I know about Afro Samurai, the first one. That was a very easy hack and well, I wouldn't say easy. It was a difficult hack and slash when you got to the end because you're fighting that one guy that has. Have you seen Afro Samurai? It's kind of like the rhetorical question.
The anime,
Yes.
I've only seen maybe like 2 or 3 episodes.
I've seen the whole thing. I loved it. I've seen it at a young age. And I think this is the reason why I'm like this because I talk like ninja a chunk at a time. Had an awesome voice. Samuel L. Jackson was like one of the best voices. But for Xbox, literally Game Pass.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. That's, so nothing's really going to be missing.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine just playing a generation Xbox game on your Xbox Series X. That's a weird flex.
Yeah.
Because I have Fusion Frenzy on my one. Then I have Star Wars Battlefront, the original.
Mm-hmm.
It can also be multiplayer, like actual multiplayer. I haven't played it yet, but I have it downloaded for free.
Stream it.
I'm thinking about it. I'm heavily thinking about it. Because I did a lot of streaming for Battlefront 2, and the last time I did something for Battlefront 2 was C's cosplay, my buddy Lazy Pool, and I think Softfox is what he's called. But we did a huge review on everyone's costume. We reviewed everyone with a lightsaber, at least. or certain people who do have
I remember I saw that.
Like,
That's true.
I was talking about drip. How everybody got. So we gave it like a 10 out of 10, like a 10 out of 10.
Right. Yeah, I remember that.
We
Yeah.
all hated.
Like I was like just casually just on Twitch and I was like, hey, let's do this live. Oh, my week is like just,
That was the last time I streamed actually. But that was the funniest one because I'm like, oh yeah, Dark City has the Gucci drapes going on. That's gonna be a 7 out of 10. This is drip right now. This is Darth drip. I was just talking nonsense because I am like the comedic relief, and then we talk about how there's certain visual aspects that they retained and kept. So the most pointless thing was Chewbacca, because I honestly he hasn't changed his skin. He just has a bandage over his arm, and that's like a new skin.
Right.
EA is kind of with their games when it comes to these kind of things. I didn't even touch Anthem, and I know how it went. Then there's, let's see, Luke Skywalker is one I appreciated the most in Han Solo because they did details on him, especially with the spinoff of Solo, the adaptation or I call it the anthropology of Han Solo because basically brief history. And then they show Lando, which is TS Cosplay's favorite character. They have him and then also his we call it Childish Landino because the actor for the solo variation of Lando is Donald Glover, who is the actor or known as Childish Gambino.
Right. I just sent you something on Discord. I don't know if you can see it on your desktop or whatnot, but that's the page that pulling some stuff.
Oh, okay.
One thing is the PS5 removable panels just open a world of possibilities.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, like
Predator Hunting Grounds, GTA, Mortal Kombat, Fall Guys update. Wow.
Like if you scroll down, you'll see PS5 removable panels.
These are really good news. Oh, by the way, for whoever's watching this, I'm going to be giving away this N64 cube I printed. If anyone could tell me their favorite N64 game, I'm willing to ship this to somebody. And make sure you mention us. I printed this. This isn't my most perfect one, but you have like the original details.
Yeah, buddy.
I was thinking about giving this away to somebody who's actually watching. My little gift.
One person is saying what's their favorite N64 game, we'll be getting it.
Yeah, I'll ship it. I'll leave it at Flynn's.
Yeah, and I remember before the podcast, you told me that they did like the PS5 showcase.
Yeah, I was watching them briefly, and they had some really good trailers going on. Like, I might switch sides. And I know I'm going to get yelled at for this, but it's going to be worth it. They've had, I forgot the name of it. They've had a new Ratchet and Clank coming out. I watched some gameplay of that. I was entertained. They've had, I think Bethesda's the one behind this, but they call it like, there's 2 different time loop games.
2 different time loop games?
Yeah, there's one game where, I forgot the name of it. It's like Res Evaluation or something like that. I forgot the name of it. It's bothering me. I saw this 2 nights ago. But basically, it's just you die, you go into a different world, and you lose your sanity. And it shows like the different worlds. The goal is not to die because you've already died once. Then there's another game where you play as an assassin and you're trying to break a time loop. So every time you die, you have to repeat the process. But it's more like you can teleport, you can shoot, you can stab.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely. There we go. I like the way it actually portrayed. The gameplay looked so like fluid.
Right.
The animation looks like similar to Sea of Thieves,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of liked it in that motion, that first-person perspective. But I don't know if you can play as other assassins.
Well, we just have to wait and see, though. And I will say, our last topic, what game do you think is going to be Game of the Year in 2020?
2020, that's a tough one. That's really tough.
My top 2 picks, Ghost of Tsushima and
if they don't delay it. If I would,
No, it went gold, so it's not gonna
oh sweet Jesus,
get.
yes,
It went gold, so it's not gonna get.
we got to see the gameplay of Cyberpunk 2077 or the actual like gameplay.
I mean, they do have gameplay of the game, but I guess they want to polish it even more, so that way when it releases, it's not broken.
So I would agree with you on Ghost of Tsushima and Cyberpunk, but
Yeah.
I'd also say the remake of Final Fantasy.
Um,
I didn't, and even though it's a remake, it's more fluid. It's not the turn-based style
right.
that we expected, but you play as other characters briefly, and I find that pretty dope.
Even though I didn't play it, I completely skipped out on it
I played it myself, and I want to relive that trauma.
because I'm like, I've learned my lesson with Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3. Okay, I'm fine. Final Fantasy 7 Remake, as much as I want to play it, believe me, I do, I'm going to wait until they give me the whole complete package. And I just
Oh yeah, because you don't know if they're gonna pop up with DLC or any more BS. Because
yeah,
they have Crisis Core in the back. I definitely buy it.
that's a game that needs to be remastered.
Exactly. I'm glad somebody understands it.
Crisis Core. That game needs to
Because
be
the origins of Zack is what made me enjoy that game.
Yeah,
And Sephiroth being his usual self.
yeah,
But also the squad challenge.
yeah.
That was the most fun mini game I ever had in PSP.
That is a great PSP game for it. For those that have a PSP,
Get it.
I really recommend you.
Or even an emulator, get it.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. One of the best PSP games I've ever played.
I would love a remake, but I know they will never do it a Final Fantasy 1, like the first Final Fantasies. Because there was so much going on, so many puzzles, so many little spells and glitches you can do.
They do remake it like they did with Seven, to where it's a little bit more simplified, but it gets to the point of the story.
The trick is there's no like vocal dialogue. There was never like anything specific because everything's in captions. If they actually have voices for it,
then it could, make it a lot better.
the only flaw is they would have to keep the names the actual characters because you can change the name of certain characters.
Right.
Because if you just change someone with a high pitched voice to like something like Deathclaw, it'd actually be funny. It'd actually be. But every Final Fantasy just was so different with their ending or plot.
Yeah.
I think I read something about that you post on your story a while, but that summed up every Final Fantasy's villain.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is accurate. This is painfully accurate.
Oh, well. That being said, you have how many words for this episode?
Honestly, it's been 6 months since we've done this, and I'm happy to still doing it, no matter what pandemic or what thing we're going through, because we're Florida men.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And also, when we were talking about earlier about the whole grown-ass men, we're talking about everything like that. If you have any problems or if you need someone to talk to, don't be afraid to talk to us. I'm talking just to people outside. The ones who watch this and haven't spoken to us, or just people who just need to talk in general. Because I do support mental health and awareness since I forgot it was Mental Health Awareness Day or something.
Yeah, I think it was like recent.
I forgot about that. I felt really bad. Me too.
It's hard for me to keep up, but as you said, like anyone out there, if you're looking for someone that you want to talk to, or even rant to, or whatnot, because I know on Instagram there's a couple of people that I talk to and privately about stuff and whatnot, and I would say, listen, I'll be happy to lend an ear. I'll do my best to, help you out the best way I can. Understand that I can't help everybody. Can't save everybody. Some situations I would say, it's entirely up to you. And
Yeah.
it all depends on how you handle it, how you go about it. If anything, the only thing that I can do is help strengthen your resolve.
Yes.
That's going to push you through whatever you. But easiest way to get in contact with me is, of course, Facebook, YouTube. You can also hit me up on Twitter as well, and Discord. Like if you want to voice chat on Discord, we can do that.
Same with me. You can gladly message me on Instagram, my Discord as well. I gotta post my Discord on my page. I keep forgetting because I just remember my number at the top of my head. I think it's like Waluigi number 5755.
And is that it?
Wait, am I right? I'm like, am I right?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm really
Am I right? I'm like, I remember my social and everything. Not many adults remember their own social sometimes.
Wait, I don't know that. Well, I can't find it. Well, someone else can confirm for me.
Yeah, 5'7", 5'5".
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I'm also on Xbox. I'm also on PC. So yeah, even if you want to play a game, I'm willing to chit chat it out. Because I know how it feels to be left out or a part of like an outcast, a black sheep in certain friendships or groups and alliances and allegiances and whatever you call it.
Yep. Bolts.
Isn't gaming like one big cult? Nah. It's not pop culture technically, so pop cult. That's off topic, but yeah. We love you guys. We appreciate everyone that views and everyone that wants to talk about gaming with us. We thank you.
Yeah.
What about you, brother?
And for me, I would say, same thing. Like, if you want to hit me up, or even if you want to, chat in person, I'm here at Flynn's every weekend. So
I'm here every like 2, maybe 1 weekend, and I'm probably going to be at the Halloween event as well.
yeah, same here.
Make sure you guys come to that. It's October 24th, right?
Yep.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I have no idea what I'm going to do still.
I don't know what I'm gonna dress up as. I'm gonna go with something completely different.
I was thinking IRS agent, but that's too far. Give me your money.
And with that being said, I'd like to thank y'all for watching and tuning in. You can catch the audio version of the podcast on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Anchor, and Spotify. Video playback will be available on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch for those that are currently watching. And yeah, this has definitely been fun. This has been episode 14 of the South Florida Gamers Podcast.
Heck
I'm your
yeah.
host, Silverback Senpai, and my co-host, Waluigi. We are signing out.
Peace.